Today, I want to touch on graded exposure and sensitization. And graded exposure is part of the recovery for some of you where you're starting to expose yourself again to the things you haven't been doing, whatever that might be, whether it be a food, an activity, a movement, a posture. And the reason we want to do this is because we're trying to teach the brain that these activities and things we're doing are safe, they're normal. And what happens here with the brain and central nervous system is what's called central sensitization. So you go ahead and do something, you do an activity, you do a behavior, a movement, a food, whatever it might be, and you get a strong reaction of symptoms. That's called the sensitization reaction. I need you to understand that central sensitization, literally the definition of that is an overreaction to normal stimuli. So you need to understand that what you're doing is normal, and that's what's happening is an overreaction of your brain and nervous system to something that's normal. So when we're doing graded exposure, we need to teach the brain to desensitize, what's called habituation. The goal for all of you is to do the exposure while you're teaching your brain, if you get any reactions, that all this is just sensitization. And just like it sounds, we don't want to sensitize more, we want to calm down. We want to relax, we want to soothe, we want to settle, we want to reassure the brain that that's all this is. And then as we regulate our nervous system, we continue to do the exposure the next day and the next day. And we do it consistently and persistently. That's very important. We don't do it up one day, down the next day, haphazardly, one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, one step back. We do one step forward and we stay there for a while and continue to expose ourselves until we desensitize. And then we take another step forward and then another step. And every step you take could potentially cause a sensitization reaction. But every time you handle it in a good way, you desensitize and then you're able to do more and you have less reaction. Remember, sensitization is an overreaction to normal stimuli. All you're doing is desensitizing and teaching the brain that these things are fine and that the reaction you're having is also fine. It's a false alarm. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.